is Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my top favorite book boyfriends. I don't remember the last time I've done this video. I do have a couple new ones to add to this list, but I also have like my tried and true staple. I don't think they will ever not be on this list, so I'm very excited to get to this. I've known a ton of people have done this video already, but these are ones where I love the romance, but also I am so obsessed with the hero. So I have read a lot of books that are like all-time favorites, but not necessarily like I would want someone like the hero in that book. These heroes though, I'm just like, I cannot stop thinking about you. You are like top tier. I'm obsessed. If you were a real person, I would never let you go. So that is what this list will be. I think I have 9, and then I actually have 2 honorable mentions of books that I've read recently that I need time to let them simmer to see if they really are book boyfriends. So I will mention those at the end. I feel like it's just too soon to commit, you know? you need some time. So I will go ahead and get to my list. I think I'm gonna go for like it's obvious they're gonna be on this list. Like if you know me, if you've been watching my channel, you're like, well, of course. Like I would say 5 of these are like no question on this list. So what do I want to start with? I think I'm going to start with my number 1. Is he number 1? I don't know. I just love him so much, and I compare so many characters to him. I'm like, oh my god, he reminds me of this character. Like literally the book I just finished, and I was talking about it in a vlog that I'm doing right now, and I was like, he's literally like Becket from In the Weeds. I kind of want to reread this. I noticed, I mean, like obviously everybody has a type in real life and in books, but in books my type is tattooed, doesn't like a lot of people, loves animals, and falls so incredibly hard for the heroine. Like I need a hero to be obsessed with the heroine, to like literally do anything he can to make her happy, and that is Becket. And Becket, I just love his character so much because he kind of feels like he just doesn't fit in, and he doesn't like to be around a lot of people, and he literally loves so many animals, and that's such a green flag for me. I love it so much, and I just love him. And then seeing him in the final book of the series, Business Casual, because it's his sister that book is about, and how much he supports her and cares about her too, I'm just like, this man is perfection. I love him so much. I love this romance. The heroine goes to their small town because she's an influencer and she's just feeling burnt out, and she's like, I just need to go back to the place where I last felt happy. And she had been there for the book 1 in the series where she was like hosting a competition and visited the Christmas tree farm. So she's back, and the meddling town is like, oh look, nobody has room and all the inns are booked. Why don't you go stay with Becket? He's got an extra room. So like the town wants them to be together. The town really cares about him. This is like my perfect cozy small town romance with my perfect hero. Like I loved everything about this book. He is my number 1 book boyfriend. I'm obsessed with him. Love him. However, I do have another one that you guys are probably like, why wasn't he first? But he's also a tattooed hero who's a tattoo artist, and that is Nova from Inked and Lies. I love Nova so much. So this book starts out very unrequited because Lila's been in love with him since she was little. So she grew up in a very bad home, and she had moved in, or he had moved in. Someone moved in next to someone, and her parents end up not being able to take care of them. I don't want to spoil anything. It's very sad. And so her and her brother end up moving in with Nova's family. And basically it's when Nova though is a lot older. He is her brother's age. So Nova's like not really around to be her quote-unquote foster brother. She grows a lot closer to like his brothers as her brothers, and so I think there's like 2. It's been a long time since I read this, but Lila ends up basically being like Nova's muse. She has only been tattooed by him. He is a tattoo artist, and she has been in love with him for so long though, and he is part of the Fallen MC, and which is a motorcycle club, and he is definitely a ladies man. That's why they call him Nova. He's just got a really pretty face. He can charm the ladies like Casanova. And what happens is she gets involved in some really scary stuff with the MC club, and Nova doesn't want her to get involved, but she does, and he's not happy about it. And there's tattoo scenes in here where he is tattooing her, and at one point she's like, you've literally tattooed like the most gorgeous models and like actresses, and like he's like an elite tattoo artist, like he is a celebrity tattoo artist at this point. And he's like, yeah, but none of them were you. I just love this book so much. So you guys know I've loved this. Literally, I'm pretty sure I read this as an ARC because I started reading her when, did this really come out in 2020? I restarted and like, look at my copy. It's like literally the cover's bent. This is my annotated copy, and I just love it. I have been reading this book since like this series since like 2018, I think, when I picked it up when only 2 books were out because I read Good Gone Bad as an ARC. I've been reading this series for almost a decade, like seven years at this point. So good. Nobody can top Nova though. Love him. Okay, and then another one is, I will preface by saying I am going to be talking about Manacled, which is Harry Potter fanfiction. However, absolutely zero profits and proceeds actually goes to J.K. Rowling. If you don't know, fanfiction is accessible for free online. Manacled you can actually no longer read online because it did get picked up and it's going to be traditionally published as Alchemized, which I am dying for. Comes out this year. I'm gonna be feral when that comes out. And so the newly published version has zero connection to Harry Potter. They had to completely wipe it from the copyright, and or else she wouldn't be able to publish a book like that. But Manacled in itself is one of my favorite books of all time by Senlin Yu. And the Draco Malfoy character in this book, not in Harry Potter, in this book, I am obsessed with. This book absolutely broke me. And again, we have a hero who is very hardened and seems like not a nice person, but he literally does everything in his power for the people he loves. Even if it means sometimes it has to hurt them, it hurts him. The amount of sacrifice that he makes. I don't even know if I could read this again. Like, I bawled my eyes out reading this book, and I am not someone who cries often, especially when it comes to books. I don't cry a lot in books, and I was sobbing for days. Like, this is not even an exaggeration. I sobbed when I read the end, and then I was like sitting at breakfast the next morning thinking about this book and literally started crying, and then I would see a TikTok about it and then literally started crying. This book just emotionally impacted me so much, and I just loved Draco's character so much. Like, I was obsessed. So I definitely want to read more fan fiction on Hermione fan fiction because I just love their relationship so much. Again, it's all free online on AO3 and no proceeds and no money goes to J.K. Rowling. Just want to clarify that. But love this so much. Then I'm going to do one of my favorite small town romance heroes aside from Becket, and it's gonna be Theo from Reckless. I love Theo. I love a hero who is not afraid to tell his emotions and that he cares about the heroine. And so in this one, Theo and Winter's just definitely a very closed off character, and she is very cold, and you are supposed to not like her in the first book of the series about her sister. And then you see her come to the small town. She was in a bad relationship, and she just needs a different setting to live in. And so she comes to this small town, has a one-night stand with Theo, who's a bull rider. They have a one-night stand. He really is into her. He's very flirty, but then he has to go on tour to bull ride. She gets pregnant with his baby. When I tell you, this is like the only surprise pregnancy romance I love, but a lot of it is the fact they don't even see each other until after she has the baby. And then he realizes it's his child. He never knew she had his kid or that she was pregnant. He is devastated that he missed that in her and the baby's life. He is devastated that she was alone during this pregnancy. He is so protective over her. Like, at one point, he literally was like, you better not talk about the mother of my child that way. And I am just feral over a man who will protect his woman, no questions asked. And he is just so open about the fact that he likes her. He's just like, so like, I'm gonna be with you. I really like you. Let's do this. And that's such a green flag to me. Love this, love Theo so much. We have another, this one was my favorite book of 2023. I want to say it wasn't last year, but I, again, love a tattooed brooding hero. Elliot from Forget Me Not. I love him so much. There is something about secret tattoos too. This is a second chance romance. He's a florist. He is so madly in love with the heroine, but in this one, he's not really open about it. He's just very brooding because he's still in love with her, and they had broken up in the past, and I devoured this audiobook. First of all, it's Teddy Hamilton. I love his narration, and I remember in this book vividly, like, where I was when I was listening to this, and that's when you can tell the book really has like stuck with me and has affected me emotionally. But I loved him so much. He is very brooding, but he is someone who will just like do anything for anybody, and I loved him so much. And I loved the secret tattoos aspect that he has for her, and just the way this romance went, and then like the whole wedding shenanigans at the end. They had broken up and they end up having to work a wedding together. She is a wedding planner and he is a florist, so he basically owns, I think he owns now the florist shop. When they met, he was just working there, but now he owns it, and she is planning a celebrity wedding, and they like are adamant that they have him be the florist, and she is working it. So good. So good. So good. I just love him. I also love a morally gray hero, and I really love Christian Harper from Twisted Lies. There is something about this man. This is a chunky book, and I wanted more. Like, I rarely like super, super long books, but I absolutely loved Christian in here. He is just like a billionaire, and he is very broody and does not let anybody in, but they fake date in this one, and it is so good. And like, you figure stuff out about him, or he's just like, he is obsessed with her, and I just love a hero like that. And I will be talking about another Anna Huang book at the end of this video who is very, very similar to Christian Harper. There's no question why I love them both, so I will talk about them in a second, but definitely Christian Harper also on this list because I just love a morally gray billionaire hero who will do anything to save the woman he loves. So very good. Okay, so then we're going to talk about fantasy. So I saved my 3 fantasy for last before I get to my 2 honorable mentions, but I do have Hunt from Crescent City. I definitely feel like he is my top tier book boyfriend because of how selfless he is, and he is just someone who wants the best for humanity, and he will try to do anything to do what's right. He's so broken, and I love a broken hero too so much, and seeing him throughout this whole series, I also cried in this book. Like, if I cry in a book, it will end up probably being one of my favorites, and I just love Hunt so much. He goes through so much pain. I love him. I love him. I love him. Oh, so much. And it's more so just like him as a character, not even like what he does in a relationship, because like I do love them together, but like just Hunt himself, I just love. So that's really all I can say about his character. And he has wings. I do like a man with wings. The next one's 2 characters because the author has confirmed that this is going to end up being polyamorous. I have not read book 3 yet. The last book in the series comes out, but that is Theon and Luca. So I feel like Theon is a really hard character to like in this series. It's Reign of Shadows and Endings. It's a legacy series by Melissa K. Rorick, but one of my all-time favorite fantasy romance series, honestly, at this point, because Theon ends up bonding. I always forget the lingo, but he bonds with our heroine Tessa. She's Fae, he's Legacy, and he chooses Tessa to be his bond, his mate, and initiates a bond with her. And she does not want that to happen, but he has been very strategic about picking who he wants to be his bond. And so they have to go through like 4 bonds, I think, and so far there have been 3 of them, and she obviously has really strong feelings for him, but she doesn't want to admit she has strong feelings for him, and he is doing everything in his power to do the right thing, even if it means hurting people. But also Luca, I love Theo and Luca together and how much they take care of Tessa, even when she like wants to push them away. The sexual tension between all of them is absolutely insane. Theon and Luca are not together. I don't think that they're actually going to be together. I think it's more like they both are there for Tessa, but I just love them. I love them so much, and Theon, the attraction between him and Tessa is everything. Like the pining and tension, I'm obsessed with, and I love them both, and I will forever love them. So I'm very scared to read the next book. And my last one is going to be Gideon from Heartless Hunter. This duet just completely knocked my socks off and definitely surprised me, and I was like, okay, I'm obsessed. So Gideon is a very damaged hero as well, and he's definitely someone, he reminds me a lot of like Hunt, where he will fight for what he believes is right, and it's very hard for him to break those rules, but he will break them for the woman he loves. And so Gideon is a witch hunter. He is a very, very, very damaged hero because he went through really horrible things at the hands of witches, so he is dedicating his life now to taking them out. And the heroine's a witch, and society hates witches and will kill them. And so when you're a witch, if you cut yourself, your blood bleeds black and leaves scars. And so she has only used her period blood, so she has no visible scars, and she is the Crimson Moth. She is the person who has basically been his enemy because she will track down the taken witches and free them. And so he is determined to find the Crimson Moth. He hears that it might be her. She hears he has a witch that she's determined to save, so they start courting each other to get information from each other. And obviously start catching real feelings, and it is so good, especially book 2. The way Gideon, every fiber of his being wants him to do the right thing according to his morals. and he can't because he cares about her so much. And I love him so much, so much, especially in book 2. So love this series, love Gideon, definitely a favorite book boyfriend of mine. Okay, and then my 2 honorable mentions. So these are ones where I'm like, we needed to take a little bit of time to see if we're really that into each other. But Enzo, I just forgot his name because I was like, it's not Leo, but his name's Lorenzo, but his best friend's Leo. It's very confusing with the names. Enzo, who is Lorenzo from Heavenly Bodies, I love a man. He literally gets on his knees for her. He literally wants to give up everything for her. They save her from something. He hears that she's hurt. I've said this so many times when I talk about this book, but this scene, he hears that she was hurt and he's like, you guys, you know what? Wait a sec, I'll catch up. I gotta go do something. And they're like, no, we need to leave. Like, these people are bad. He's like, no. He takes down literal gods for her. He's like, even gods can die, it's fine. This man, I'm obsessed. Like, even from the beginning when they're just like kind of getting to know each other, he's supposed to train her in how to use her powers because she is someone who's very rare in the powers that she has, and there's a prophecy about her that makes people want to kill her. So she's gone to his kingdom, asked for help, and she says that she'll help them like with her powers, so he is tasked to train her. Obviously, they start falling for each other, and just what he does is everything. I loved him so much. For sure, new book boyfriend. I don't know if he's top 10 just yet, but he might be. We'll see. And my last one is because I read an arc of this book, and that is Vuk from King of Envy. If you love Christian Harper, if you love the morally gray character, you will love Vuk. He has gone through a lot. He's a very damaged character and he does not speak. And he is scarred and he is this billionaire. They're all billionaire romances in this series. But he is falling for his best friend's fiance. And the way Ayana just like slowly wiggles her way into his heart, and he's just like, why am I letting a woman make me feel this way? And especially this one, oh, I cannot say too much about the plot because it has not come out yet. It comes out on the 29th, but I was obsessed with him. So obsessed with him, and I need you guys to read it, especially if you love morally gray heroes, if you love touch or new die heroes. This felt very suspenseful too. There's definitely a romantic suspense element to this that I loved as well, because you guys know I love romantic suspense. So if you like morally gray heroes, if you like the dark, brooding, quiet type, I think you would love this too. So again though, I just read it, so we need a little bit of time before we commit to top book boyfriend, but I have a feeling. Those are my top favorite book boyfriends. Let me know if you've read any of these and if you like them. And if you've made it this far, leave me any kind of flower emoji, but specifically a sunflower if you have it, because 3 of these books are flower related. So leave me a sunflower in the comments below, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.